Welcome back to Elevated Consumption on this episode of Winning an Elevated Mindset with David Sinopoli. In this segment, we're going to discuss the legacy and future of Miami nightlife. So, David, when people look back in 20 years, what do you hope your legacy in Miami nightlife will be?
That we were at a transitional time in Miami, and my team and myself did a lot to try to take Miami to the next step for the music scene. That we supported a lot of Miami artists, and that they can look back at us as a piece of Miami that was essential for their career, and that we threw amazing parties. That people that came to our parties were like, that was fun. And you know, I hear a lot of people having like relationships formed at our events, or have some transcendental awakening at our events. So hopefully that lasts for people and it sticks with them, and they feel like we did a good job keeping them safe when they're at those moments, and that we put on for our city, that we didn't just take.
Do you see Miami continuing to grow as a global nightlife and music destination, or do you see challenges ahead?
I think it continues to grow. The city grows. I mean, there's challenges are the economy of supporting young artists in this type of economic makeup. I mean, it's fucking really hard for artists to live here.
It's expensive.
It's expensive. So I think we're gonna have a adjustment period of pricing people out, which will move people out of the city, which we'll lose some talent from. But if we can get through that, and we can find space for like emerging professionals and artists to be able to live here, we'll be great. I think that's our biggest challenge right now.
What's next for you? Any new ventures or ideas you're excited about?
We're about to drop the 3 Points lineup. Phase 1 comes out next week, and Phase 2 will be out in the middle of May. We have 3 joints this weekend. This is recorded prior to probably when this airs, so some of that stuff already be announced and out there. I think I'm going to get into more of the like artist housing stuff that we were just talking about. I have projects on the horizon where I'm going to get involved in some stuff where we can make people have places where they can live affordably here. So I think that's the next thing I really want to focus on, is some real estate moves where we can find some secure homes for people to be able to get a residency and live here for a little bit. And
The space condo.
yeah, something like that. Something like that.
If you had to give one piece of advice to young entrepreneurs looking to build something lasting, what would it be?
To not give up on it. Just keep being consistent. I mean, Jolt Radio is a big example of that. You guys are consistent for so many times, where people now know what it's about, where the intentions are, what it serves for the community. That didn't happen overnight, so you got to be really connected to it, because you as a person change, and that concept around you will probably change too. So the core connection has to be there, and you have to be really persistent and stubborn with it.
What does winning an elevated mindset mean to you?
I like to win in video games, and I like to be elevated with my weed. But I think you could use those phrases, in all seriousness, you can use those phrases for a lot of things. I think I do believe in positive thinking, and I do believe in the power of phrasing things in your head. Not gaslighting yourself per se, but giving yourself the ability to see the hope in things, and seeing the constructive criticism as constructive criticism, and then not weighing you down to negative thinking. And not get too high on your own supply. I think to be elevated is not to be too aloof, or too high. It's like to be right at that sweet spot where you're balanced and you're
Homeostasis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can develop consistency off of that.